Our star speaker for the day is the very, very respected Dr. Pujya Gnanvatsal Swami. He is a celebrated monk and student of the Pramukh Swamiji Maharaj at Swaminarayan Mandir. He is one of the best motivational coaches in the country, a great social worker who helped both students and businessmen with his vast knowledge. Born in Gujarat in 1958, studied mechanical engineering and renounced worldly life almost 30 years ago. Ever since, he has dedicated his time to social causes and teaching. I am sure you've heard his motivational speeches on YouTube and other platforms, and the BMPA is so very much privileged to have been able to convince him to take time out from his busy schedule and address us live and in person. His topic today is Enabling to Last. Please get your hands together for our star speaker, the very learned and respected Pujya Gnanvatsal Swamiji. A round of applause, please.
गुणातीतो अक्षरं ब्रह्म भगवान पुरुषोत्तमः जनो जानन्निदं सत्यं मुच्यते भवबन्धनात्. With prostrations at the divine feet of Bhagwan Swaminarayan, my Guru Hari, Param Pujya Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and my Pragat Guru Hari, Param Pujya Mahan Swami Maharaj, my heartiest namaskar, good afternoon, and Jai Swaminarayan. To all the respected organizers, administrators, and delegates of PS23. Well, nice to be in the midst of such a large amount of energy in the auditorium today. And I find more younger faces. And that, I would say, would definitely enable us to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025. And so is the topic shared with me today, enabling to last. It's an inner wish of each and every living existence upon this earth, to last till glory, to last till the end. Unless we get the glory that we desire, we want to last. Even in the smallest existence, you find this attitude. And the attitude is right. We all remember then when as children, we used to go out with our cricket bat. We always wanted to open the innings from our side, isn't it? And we always wanted to play a long innings. The other side of the batsman, if they start getting out, we would still console ourselves. Yes, I'm still there. So to last till glory, last till we can, has been a basic human nature. And it is a wonderful attribute. It is a divinely inspired habit. And it is a virtue that can bring us not just benefits in life, but all successes as well. So to last till glory is a human attitude, but to enable ourselves to last till glory, we must prepare ourselves. See, we prepare ourselves academically. That's fine. We prepare ourselves to enable to last with skill development. That is fine. We enable ourselves to last by accepting the new incoming technologies. That is fine. We enable ourselves to last by associating with people. That is fine. We enable ourselves to last by more and more acquisition of knowledge of our own fields. That is fine. And we believe that this set of things enable us to last in our business, in our relationships, in rather whatever we do in our lives. Am I right or wrong? From academics to skill development to social connectivity to acceptance of new technologies, everything. And we must. That enables us a lot to last till the end and till glory, both. But there is something more to this as well. Because this set of things everybody possesses. This set of things everybody uses to enable themselves till the last, isn't it? Right or wrong? What new? What extra? And what more energized that you can do to enable yourself to last more, last till the end, and last till glory. The first and the foremost thing, apart from your academics, apart from your skill, apart from your talents, apart from your experiences, apart from the technologies that you use, apart from the connectivities in the circles that you have, the first important factor that definitely enables you to last long until glory is introspect within and find out the deep-rooted but dormant energies that you possess. As Swami Vivekananda used to say, each and every soul is potentially divine. We all sitting here, God has enabled us with extra amount of energies. They say 99.9% people die without exposing that energy for their own use. If it is said for Albert Einstein that he used only 3% of his brain, considered to be the most intelligent, knowledgeable person upon this earth, if he uses only 3%, you and me must be using 0.003. So when you dig out the latent energies that you have, the latent talents that you have, which are at present dormant, you possess that extra edge, the cutting edge with your competitors, with your co-workers, that you can last till the end, last long, and last till glory. How do you do that? Sometimes it happens by a natural happening, sometimes you have to put an effort. I share you a wonderful story. If you want to bring out certain latent talent and energies that you possess, but at the moment you don't know, as again I would repeat, Swami Vivekananda used to say, each and every soul is potentially divine. So we have that within ourselves, but we don't know. How do we know it? And how does it come out? So practical first aspect is always keep your eyes open, ears open, minds open. As there are number of droplets of water in the sea besides, as there are number of oxygen atoms in air, there are number of ideas in and around us. If you keep your eyes open, ears open, minds open, something can strike and your all latent energies, which are at the moment dormant, suppressed, it comes out and you become a different person, enabling yourself to last more. In the year 2008, a friend from United States was on a business tour to Europe. He was visiting Paris. It was a week's work, official work. He called his local friend that by Friday evening I would be quite free. So on Saturday evening we can come together for a dinner. So they joined dinner on a fine Saturday evening. Good 1.5 hours of dining together, chatting. They were meeting after quite a long time. When they came out, they found that there was a long queue of people in the Porsche. One of the gentlemen, he approached the receptionist, the lady, and asked her, "Ma'am, why this long queue for?" And the lady said, "Sir, those who have come by their own car, they have left. Those who have come by cab, this is the queue for them because at present there is heavy snowfall on the entire city of Paris. Traffic is jammed and we being in the middle of a foot street. Cabs who enter from both the sides get hired in the initial phases. So difficult for the cab to reach here. So this is the queue for cab." Telling this, the receptionist, the lady, asked the gentleman, "Sir, have you come by your own car or by a cab?" And he said, "We have come by cab." "Sir, then please join the queue." And the two young men joined the queue. The way in which the queue was moving, they found out that it would take 2.5 to 3 hours before they get a cab. Now what to do? Just put yourself in that position. If you were there, what would you do? Some would open a WhatsApp or a YouTube to pass time. Okay. The red button called the YouTube and the green button called the WhatsApp has tremendous pulling power to engulf your entire 80 years of life. It can swallow your entire 80 years of life. Somebody would do that. Somebody would maybe answer a couple of mails, if at all. Maybe some youngsters would just turn around and take a selfie with the long queue and post it on his handles and get good emojis. Oh my God, oh my God. See what happens when you keep your ears open, eyes open, and minds open. And by that, how you bring out the latent energies from within. And by that, ultimately, how you enable yourself to last long and last to glory. These two gentlemen, young man, they chatted. Can we help this situation? This might be propping up this situation in all these snow-falling countries, in the European and the North American countries, every winter. Can we help the situation? And the second young man said, "Is there money here?" You can ask this question to any situation, isn't it? We ask, is there spirituality here? So I've come here. You can ask, is there money here? To any situation. Am I right or wrong? There is nothing wrong in it. Am I right or wrong? Asking these two questions to any situation, any happening in and around you is fine. First question, can I help the situation? Second, is there money here? So they thought over, discussed something and they came up with, like, can we design a mobile app where people can order a cab and they get a cab at the time they want. After they register, they get the name of the driver, the mobile number of the driver, the number of the cab. And after 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we'll get this cab. Can we do this to help this situation? There is money as well. They discussed the technicalities of it. How the 2.5 to 3 hours passed, both of them didn't know. And it was right their turn to get a cab and they left. The friend from US flew back the next morning. Another 6 months, they discussed the technicalities of it, designed an app. They introduced in 5-10 cabs in LA, Los Angeles, another successful, another 1,500 cabs successful, another 500,000 cabs successful. Today when I'm talking to you, this mobile app, it gives rides to more than 3 million people every day in 66 countries of the world. I'm talking of Uber. 3 million rides every day in 66 countries of the world. I'm talking of Uber. And the gentleman young who discussed this practicalities at this moment, stuck in a situation, was none other than the owner of Uber, Mr. Travis Kalanick, who became the youngest self-made billionaire upon this earth at the age of 26 because of this idea, and his little-known friend, Garrett. We all possess latent energies, dormant talents within us. If you keep your eyes open, ears open, minds open, in and around you, things are happening. People are talking. Situations are propping up. Circumstances do happen where you can generate an idea, do something, create something that can help you, that can help the society, that can help your business, that can help you grow. So, and see, Uber is there to last and last to glory. So to enable yourself to last, again I repeat, not just your academics, not just your talents, not just your experiences, not just your know-hows, not just your platforms, not just your support systems, not just your social connectivity, something beyond that. And there, point number one is keep your eyes, minds and ears open. So something happening in and around you and it gets clicked and a latent energy, a dormant talent comes out. And you create, you generate, and you enable yourself to last till glory. Suddenly you find yourself in a different situation. Suddenly you find yourself doing something different. Otherwise, routine life is common. From morning to evening, 99.99999% people wake up in the morning, maybe exercise half an hour, freshen up, have breakfast, run for their job, their business, come back in the evening, maybe a couple of newspapers, magazine, a TV program, sit with the family, have dinner, chat with a couple of friends and go to sleep. This is a routine life. Only 0.00001% of the people upon this earth, they live a different life. And because they are living a different life, the rest 99.9999% are surviving. They are trying to enable themselves to lead and thus resulting in all of us enabling ourselves to live, L-I-V-E. They are enabling themselves to last. And because of that, we are enabling ourselves to live and exist. Second important aspect is keep thinking. Why this? How this? What other than this? Just introspect. When did you ask this question the last time? When did you ask this question the last time? Why this? What is this? Anything other than this or not? When did you last ask this question to a machine, to a software, to a person, to a process? When? Faithfully, if you keep your hand on your chest and ask yourself, I think somebody could tell that Swamiji say, I don't know when I last asked this question. Isn't it? Be faithful. Say me a yes or no. Why? God has given you, graced you with intelligence, with a thinking power, and that is how we differentiate ourselves from the rest of the animals. Human beings are the only creation by God upon this earth who has been gifted with the power to gather information, to transform that information into knowledge, and ultimately transform that knowledge into wisdom. And if you don't use that grace of God on you, to transform that information into knowledge and knowledge into wisdom, you, means all of us, are none other than an ordinary creature upon this earth. Think, keep thinking, think, keep thinking, think, keep thinking. Why, how, when, what, whom? Then you will come up with something. 300 administrators of cricket, they had come together at ICC in London. And the point of discussion, the main agenda of the meeting was, why not the amount of money that is in football is in cricket? We want money in cricket equivalent to the money they have in football. Now this was the agenda, discussed for 3-5 hours, not coming to a conclusion. The class 3 employee sitting in the corner of the meeting room, registering the minutes of the meeting, he approached the chairman in the break and said, "Sir, I have an idea. If you allow, I want to tell you privately. I don't want to be in the midst of that meeting because I'm not eligible to sit in that meeting. I'm just registering the minutes, but I can tell you privately." He said, "Yes, go on." He said, "Just one idea, sir." And the chairman goes, "What?" He says, "Sir, can you reduce the number of hours and make it a 20-20 over match? Every good, every great, every prosperous, every forthcoming idea has been first rejected, tarnished, put into dustbin, and then brought out from the dustbin. This has been the history of humankind." So the chairman said, "This is Ramesh. We had 5 days test match, then we reduced it to 50-50 overs, 1 day international. And now you're talking of 20 overs? Sir, my calculation is that at every ball, the batsman must attempt a big hit." Chapter 1. Simple. The simple coming down to one line is, at every ball of the match, the batsman should attempt a hit. He should not have that rest in his mind that, okay, a couple of balls or this over is a bit tough, let me just defend it and pass these 6 balls. No. He said, "Dekhenge, let's see." Again, it was discussed for 3-5 hours. They could not come to a conclusion. And then the president presented this idea. A few people accepted it. And the T20 was introduced, and we all know what it brought in cricket. The amount of money that T20 brought in cricket is equivalent to the amount of money that a football competition has. Any player today, even if he plays one season of IPL, forget a World Cup T20, one season of IPL, and he has more money than some test player who played for 20 years in the 70s and 80s. So keep thinking. You are all from the print media. You have a machine. You have a software. Maybe CNC machines. Maybe softwares, computers. I got the latest one. Something new, something extra, something out of the box. Can I? Is there? Questions. Can I? Is there? Keep thinking. And then you enable yourself to last. It is absolutely necessary to outlast your competitors. It is absolutely necessary to stay one step ahead of your opposition. Absolutely necessary. Which the top person in the country does it very successfully. And so he is enabled to last. Last till fill in the blanks. That is a knack. When you keep thinking, it is a knack. He has a knack of turning anything for his advantage. If somebody showers a lot of curse words on him, he has the knack to turn it into a huge vote bank. It's a knack. It happens when you constantly keep your minds open, think. And that is how you gain. So I shared 2 incidents, 2 examples with you. One of Travis Kalanick Uber and second of ICC T20. 2 principles lies here. In the first, Keep your eyes, ears, and minds open. And in the second, keep thinking, thinking, and thinking. Then you will be able to create, you will be able to generate, and you will be able to enable yourself to last till the end, last long, and last till glory. Sometimes lasting till glory is a far better thing. It's like miles ahead of lasting till the last. Enabling yourself to last till glory is not just a human duty. It's not just a human endeavor. It is a human dignity as well. How many of you believe this? Enabling yourself to last till glory is not just a human duty, it's not just a human endeavor, it is a human dignity. How many of you believe in this? Just raise your hands if you believe. All of you. Another aspect of enabling yourself to last till glory is a one wonderful virtue that try to bring out the goodness from you. There is scarcity of goodness. Talent की scarcity नहीं है. पैसे से कोई भी talent खरीदा जा सकती है. Am I right or wrong? Talent की कमी नहीं है पृथ्वी पे. Qualified people की कमी नहीं है पृथ्वी पे. Experienced people की कमी नहीं है पृथ्वी पे. Right or wrong? कमी है goodness की. If you want to enable yourself to last till the last, talented, experienced people चाहिए. But if you want to enable yourself to last till glory, you need to bring out the goodness from within. हमारे गुरु थे प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज. I come from the BMPA Swaminarayan Sanstha, which is one of the largest organizations in the world. We have got a permanent seat in the United Nations as an NGO. We run more than 1,300 hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, sanskar kendras, mandirs, and Akshardham. How many of you have been to Swaminarayan Akshardham at Delhi or Gandhinagar? Just raise your hands. Like most of you. I come from that organization. And Pramukh Swami Maharaj's centenary celebrations we celebrated just last month. It was a 1 month long festival on 600 acres of land in Ahmedabad. 15 exhibitions and live presentations. 40,000 volunteers for 35 days. Visited by 1.21 crore people in 1 month. That is 4 lakh people per day. Not a single incident of stampede, not a single incident of chain snatching, not a single incident of pushing somebody here and there. 40,000 volunteers, men, women, they handled the whole festival. We at the children's park were more than like about 2,500 children, rather 4,000 children volunteers. Pramukh Swami Maharaj, in a span of 45 years from the age of 51 to 95, he created 1,300 institutions of social service. That means an institution of social service every 15th day of his life. आपको हर 15वें दिन एक नया मशीन लाना हो तो forget machine, चलो कंप्यूटर पे एक पीसी पे आ जाता है. नया लैपटॉप लाना है तो forget it. नया सॉफ्टवेयर बसाना है तो भी नहीं हो सकता. Let me talk from the other side. Even when if the tape in your bathroom is leaking, it takes you to call the plumber 15 days, isn't it? वास्तविक बात कर रहा हूँ, practical. प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज every 15th day of his life जमीन संपादन करना, लीगली क्लियर करना, वहाँ क्या करना है वो तय हो जाना. हॉस्पिटल, हॉस्टल, स्कूल, कॉलेज हमारे ट्रस्टी बोर्ड में. We are a non-profit organization, so funds raise हो जाना, वहाँ टेंडर्स डिश आउट होना, टेंडर पास होना, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर आ जाना, कंस्ट्रक्शन चालू होना, कंस्ट्रक्शन पूरा होना, वॉलंटियर्स और एम्प्लॉयज मिल जाना, इनॉग्रेशन सेरेमनी हेल्ड हो जाना और वो संस्था को समाज की सेवा में रख देना. जमीन संपादन से लेके वो संस्था को समाज की सेवा में रख देना. The entire story every 15th day for 45 years. क्यों? He enabled himself to last and last till glory. इसके पीछे ये दो कारण तो मैंने आपको बताए, लेकिन ये तीसरी बात जो भी मैं कह रहा हूं, जो मैंने शुरू की, that is more important. Bring the goodness out of you. That goodness has the power to make you, to make your business, to make your surroundings, to strengthen the society and enrich the nation much more than your talents, your academics, your experiences. Do you believe in this? Goodness has power. You should be convinced that goodness has power. And when you are convinced and you act accordingly, you enable yourself to last till glory. When Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel passed away as the Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister of India, he had just 735 rupees in his bank account. And that is why the statue of unity of 2200 crore rupees. Goodness. Had there been 5, 7, 10 zeros behind that 735, had there been, if at all, this statue of 2200 crores wouldn't have been built. ये statue of unity भी है, statue of honesty भी है. Goodness has power, tremendous power. If you have goodness, you would attract talent. You would attract resources. People will be joyful to work with you. In short, all kinds of the right things that you need to grow, develop and enable yourself to last comes to you if you are filled with goodness. यहाँ एक भी चींटी दिखती नहीं है. शक्कर का एक टुकड़ा अगर मैं इधर रख दूं तो 5, 15, 25 मिनट में 2, 5, 15 आ जाएगी कि नहीं? Now my question, do the ants, they come to this piece of sugar because of its shape? No. Because of its color? No. Because of its fragrance? No. The ants come to that piece of sugar because of only one thing. Because of only one thing. बोलिए, ये आपका आंसर आधा है. सही है लेकिन आधा है. Because of sweetness, आंसर सही है लेकिन आधा है. पूरा आंसर ये है, because of sweetness and nothing else than sweetness. That is more important. Sweetness and nothing else than sweetness. If you have goodness and nothing else than goodness, ये कस्टमर पहली दफा आया है. आप क्यों हंसने लगे मुझे बताएं. जो मन में एक विचार आता ना, ये कस्टमर पहली दफा आया है. ये एक विचार से कितने प्रकार के विचार चालू हो जाते हैं. आई एम टॉकिंग वेरी प्रैक्टिकल. This is the world of information highway. Internet is highway. You can cheat a person once, twice, not 3 times. And remember, today in this severe cutthroat competition in this society, in the commercial world today, only people with goodness and quality will stand, will last, rest everything will fall apart. Quality and goodness will enable you to last till the end, last till the last, and last till glory. Quality and goodness. तो हमारे गुरु प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज का ये सिद्धांत था. Imagine 1300 institutions in the span of 45 years. उनका जीवन मंत्र था, in the good of others lies our own. मतलब अन्य के सुख में हमारा सुख, अन्य की प्रगति में हमारी प्रगति, अन्य के उत्कर्ष में हमारा उत्कर्ष. यह आपको बिजनेस वर्ल्ड ने भी स्टीफन कॉवी ने सिखाया है. One of the most decorated, celebrated business management gurus. He writes in his most famous book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. क्या लिखते हैं कि the 3,000 successful people, successful in all walks of life that I met and interviewed, they had these 7 habits in common. And here he says that the 5th habit, think win-win, and you will enable yourself to last till glory. Think win-win. मैं भी जीतूं, मेरा कस्टमर भी जीते, मेरा कलीग भी जीते, मेरा पार्टनर भी जीते. मैं सुखी हूं, मेरा पार्टनर, मेरा कलीग, मेरा कस्टमर भी सुखी हो. मेरे भी प्रॉस्पेरिटी, समृद्धि, वेल्थ बढ़े, मेरे पार्टनर की भी बढ़े, मेरे कलीग की भी बढ़े, मेरे कस्टमर की भी बढ़े. ये विचार से धंधा करेंगे, यू विल इनेबल योरसेल्फ टू लास्ट टिल ग्लोरी. Times are gone where you can fire putting your gun on somebody's shoulders. वो समय पूरा हो गया. इंटरनेट आया तब से वो समय पूरा हो गया कि किसी के कंधे पे रख के आप अपनी बंदूक फोड़ सकते हो. Think win-win. Whatever I am doing, let everybody involved be happy and prosperous. सिर्फ सभी मलाई मुझे मिले, ये नहीं. ये अब चलने वाला भी नहीं है, लंबे तक नहीं चलेगा, and you will lose your customers. If you get 10 paise as a profit, let me share 3-4 paise to my colleague, to my partner, to my customer. ये करना पड़ेगा. I have read more than 500 biographies and autobiographies. People had this habit of sharing and caring for all the people in and around them in the team. Not just money, but fame as well. Not just money, but fame as well. हम अभी जलगांव गए थे. जलगांव में वहां एक कॉलेज में एक फंक्शन था. जलगांव नहीं, सिरपुर में. सिरपुर गए थे, वहां एक फंक्शन था. NMIMS कॉलेज है ना यहाँ पाला, उनका एक यूनिट वहां सिरपुर में है, तापी नदी के किनारे. मुकेश पटेल का. अभी अमरीश पटेल ये इंस्टीट्यूट देख रहे हैं. जिस ऑडिटोरियम में ये प्रवचन था, ये कार्यक्रम था, उस ऑडिटोरियम का नाम अमरीश पटेल ने क्या रखा है पता है? अपना एक कर्मचारी जो 40 साल से फेथफुली उनके साथ काम कर रहे हैं, उनके नाम से ये ऑडिटोरियम है. And you enable yourself to last till glory. क्यों? आज 2 महीने के बाद हमने उनको अभी याद किया. That means he enabled himself to last till glory. पृथ्वी पे शायद एक ही ये प्रसंग होगा. मैं शायद शब्द यूज कर रहा हूं क्योंकि पूरी तो बात तो हमें पता नहीं है पूरी पृथ्वी की, लेकिन आज तक तो प्रसंग ऐसा नहीं सुना. आप सभी में से कोई ने किसी ने सुना है? That an owner puts the name of his employee and names the auditorium of this class and size by his employee's name. कितनी बड़ी बात हुई. This is goodness from within. This you enable yourself to last. इसलिए हमारे गुरु प्रमुख साईं महाराज कहते थे, in the good of others lies your own. नामाभिकरण जिनका हुआ वे भी इस पृथ्वी पे रहने वाले नहीं है. जिन्होंने नाम दिया इस ऑडिटोरियम का वे भी पृथ्वी पे रहने वाले नहीं है, लेकिन ये गाथा वो अमर हो जाएगी. दिस इज हाउ यू लास्ट टू ग्लोरी. आप नहीं रहने वाले हो, कोई भी रहने वाला नहीं है. 78 ईयर की ये गेम है. लाइफ इज अ 70 और 80 ईयर गेम. उसमें से 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 तो पूरे हुए कहीं के. हाँ, 15-20 की बात है. Am I doing practical? That you should focus on bringing out the goodness from within, spreading that goodness, sharing and caring for people around you, and that will enable you to last till long and till glory. ये बहुत जरूरी है. 1987 में there was a severe drought in Gujarat. We as BMPA Sanstha, we had started 4 cattle camps housing more than 12,000 cattle. We were taking care of them. At that time, our Guruji Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who built this Swaminarayan Akshardham, he said that at this moment, when the dumb animals are suffering and the whole state is passing through a severe drought, all you saints must enroll yourself in the humble service of these dumb animals. Service to these animals is service to God. ये हमारे गुरु प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने मंत्र दिया. And we all joined these services. He thought of more goodness. Those owners of these dumb animals, when they come to put their animals there, they don't want to go back. They wanted to stay there with their animals because it is like a family for them. The cows, the buffaloes, for the shepherds. So Pramukh Swami Maharaj went one step further to create shanties for these people to stay. After his first visit, he again came up with a more goodness idea that these people are illiterate. Let the spare time of these saints serving the dumb animals be used to literate these people. तो कैटल कैंप के बाजू में हमने क्लासरूम्स चालू किए. We served the dumb animals throughout the drought period and taught reading and writing the local Gujarati language to all the owners of these dumb animals. Next time Pramukh Swami Maharaj आए तो उनको पता चला कि these people are also addicted to tobacco and smoking and drinking. He again asked us saints to talk to them, to sit with them and de-addict them. वो project भी हमने किया. Goodness, goodness, goodness and goodness. Today all those people, all those families, they are second, third generation. They remember Pramukh Swami Maharaj from the bottom of their heart that today we are happy, settled and prosperous because of that act of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. See, you enable yourself to last till glory only by one thing, and that is goodness. When you bring the goodness out, it is a source of inspiration. And when you become a source of inspiration, you are enabling yourself to last till glory. Again, हम physically कोई इस पृथ्वी पे लंबा रहने वाले नहीं हैं. विचार से रह सकते हैं, भावना से रह सकते हैं. ये विचार और भावना goodness की बात है. That is how you live in the hearts of people. Am I right or wrong? 2007 में इंग्लैंड में मैच चल रही थी. इंग्लैंड वॉज प्लेइंग, इंडिया वॉज बॉलिंग. इयान बेल जो इंग्लैंड के बहुत अच्छे बैट्समैन खेल रहे थे, उन्होंने टी ब्रेक के पहले आखिरी गेंद थी. ही जस्ट हिट द बॉल टुवर्ड्स द स्क्वायर लेग ऑन द राइट साइड, ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड टुवर्ड्स द स्क्वायर लेग, एंड द बॉल वेंट रोलिंग टुवर्ड्स द बाउंड्री. Fortunately for him, there was no player around. So the ball was destined to cross the boundary. Meanwhile, the two batsmen had already run 2 runs. While finishing the second run and putting his bat inside the crease, Ian Bell noticed that the ball is just about a couple of feet away from the boundary. A player was nearby, but then he has almost lost hope, the player himself, the fielder, to get the ball before it crosses the boundary line. So he accepted, understood, and took it for granted that the ball has crossed, and both of them just started walking towards the pavilion. There the fielder collected the ball, unfortunate for Ian Bell, before it crossed the boundary line, and threw it to MS Dhoni, the wicket keeper, and Dhoni ran out him. दोनों प्लेयर्स तो चलने लगे थे पेविलियन की तरफ टी ब्रेक के लिए. पीछे अंपायर ने आउट दे दिया, तो इयान बेल ने पीछे घूम के देखा, आई एम आउट. कैसे भाई? He ran up to the umpire and the umpire said, the ball did not cross the boundary and you got out of the crease and so you are run out. He said, I took it for granted that it has crossed, and I just imagined that it had almost crossed. The umpire said, yes, you had imagined, but it had not crossed. And when the umpire raised his finger, the crowds erupted because the crowds did not know the whole story. The crowds, when the break was declared, the crowds were just eager to see their players from near. So they were just clumsing up there. And when the finger was raised, the crowds erupted. Why? Both the teams in the dressing room. And the manager and the coach of the British team, they approached the administrators of the Indian team that this has happened and definitely is out, but then he had just he shouldn't have done, but then it was out of all imagination or a mistake or taken for granted, whatever. What best you can do? And a very senior player of the Indian team, I don't want to name him, he said that nothing can be done, he's out. And he is out. The matter came up to Sachin Tendulkar in the room just besides. And Sachin approached the senior player. He approached the Indian administrators and said that in the larger good of the game, in the larger wish of the audience, and more than that, in the larger good of the spirit of the game, forget the letters and the written rules in the book. In the larger good of the spirit of the game, we must invite Ian Bell to play again. Sachin Tendulkar being a very senior person, his advice or his words were accepted. And when Ian Bell, after the tea break, walked inside the ground with his bat, again the whole crowd gave a standing ovation and were clapping. When interviewed, they were not just a bat, because by the time of tea break, if the word had spread what had actually happened on the ground. They were clapping not just for Ian Bell coming back, their favorite batsman, a star batsman coming back on the ground. They were clapping that somebody has played in the spirit of the game to get Ian Bell back into the game. Goodness has power. Conviction in the powers of goodness, and you enable yourself to last till glory. So try to bring out the goodness from within. वो आप कैसे करेंगे? I'm into the last 5 minutes of my talk. आप कैसे करेंगे? How to bring the goodness out? First, the kind of association that you choose in your life. किस प्रकार की पुस्तकें आप पढ़ते हो, किस प्रकार के प्रोग्राम्स आप टीवी पर देखते हो, जब YouTube का आइकन दबाते हो तो किस प्रकार की साइट्स आप ओपन करते हो, आपके फ्रेंड्स के विचार कैसे हैं, IQ, EQ, SQ लेवल्स आपके फ्रेंड्स के कैसे, all these things decide to what level and how much you will be able to bring the goodness out of you. In short, your association decides what goodness you can bring out from you. ये मान लेना, ये एक हकीकत है, it is a fact that all of us are filled up with lot of goodness. We are all inherently good, inherently divine. लेकिन बाहर लाने के लिए बाहर जो एसोसिएशन कैसा है आपका? From books to programs to friends to sites and everything, they play the major role, rather the most important role. Association plays a very important role. So associate yourself with the right kind of people, with the right kind of thought processes, with the right kind of reading, with the right kind of TV programs, with the right kind of sites. Then you will bring out a goodness, and one goodness has the power to create a tsunami. One goodness has the power to inspire lakhs of people through generations. Do you believe in this? Goodness has tremendous power. For any person to be great, any society to be great, any civilization to be great, any country to be great, the first and the foremost factor is conviction in the powers of goodness. Absence of envy and jealousy is a goodness. आपका कंप्यूटर एक अच्छा मशीन लेके आया तो उसका प्रारब्ध, उसका नसीब, उसकी मेहनत, वो कमाएगा. मेरी हैसियत, मेरा प्रारब्ध, मेरा कर्म, मेरी मेहनत, मैं कमाऊंगा. Keep that attitude. He is he, I am I. Let him enjoy his fate and hard work. I will enjoy my fate and my hard work. Where's the place for envy and jealousy? When Pramukh Swami Maharaj created this Swaminarayan Akshardham in Delhi, it was a one of its kind. It is a one of its kind on 110 acres of land in Delhi, on the banks of Yamuna, and that too in a span of 5 years. And that too, he started his project at the age of 80, finished at the age of 85. In the inauguration ceremony, when the President of India, Abdul Kalam Sahab, was sitting beside him, the Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, was sitting beside him, the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi was sitting beside him, the opposition leader L.K. Advani was sitting beside him, and 160 countries, live telecast, people were watching. Pramukh Swami Maharaj, with an open heart and all the truth on his face, unke chehre pe jo सच्चाई थी, he said, I'm talking in Gujarati, exactly his words, કે અમે આ અક્ષરધામ કોઈની સાથે ઈર્ષાથી કે સ્પર્ધાથી નથી બનાવ્યું. We have created this Swaminarayan Akshardham not out of competition with anybody or envy or jealousy for anybody. And the second thing he said, this we have created out of our Guru Yogiji Maharaj's divine blessings, our Ishtadev Bhagwan Swaminarayan's divine blessings, and all the work of these volunteers and saints. Why to envy and why to be jealous? For what reason? And what is it going to give you? आप हुंडई में घूम रहे हो कि कोई मर्सिडीज लेके आया, आपने ईर्ष्या की, आपको मिलने वाला क्या है? मर्सिडीज का एक टायर भी नहीं मिलेगा. तो ईर्ष्या भाव क्यों रखते हो? उस वक्त क्या एटीट्यूड रखना है? मर्सिडीज उसकी मेहनत की है, उसके प्रारब्ध और नसीब की है, भगवान की कृपा होगी. मेरे पे जो कृपा है, मेरा जो नसीब है, मैंने जो हार्ड वर्क किया है, तो मेरे पास होना है. सिंपल. Simple, as simple as that. If everybody become the owners of the business, who will work for them? पता है ना, cricket, India has a population of 140 crores, but only 11 can play in the national team. Rest everybody is audience. India is a population of 140 crores. Only 11 can play in the playing 11 at the national level. बाकी सब ताली बजाने वाले होते हैं. तो स्कोर हो तब ताली अच्छी तरह से बजाना, वो भी एक कर्तव्य है ना. मैं ये कहने से ये पॉइंट दोहराना चाहता हूं कि ब्रिंग आउट द गुडनेस एंड एट द सेम टाइम अप्रिशिएट द गुडनेस एज वेल. एंड दैट इज हाउ यू इनेबल योरसेल्फ टू लास्ट लॉन्ग, to last till glory, and that is inherently in you. हमारे पास अंदर में है. एक आखिरी प्रसंग कह के मैं पूरा करता हूं. सचिन तेंदुलकर एक होटल में चेन्नई में थे. वेटर उनको सर्व कर रहा था. 2-3 बार आया सर्व करने के लिए. फिर वेटर ने जरा हिम्मत जताई और सचिन जी को बोले कि सर, आई हैव अ वेरी स्मॉल सजेशन फॉर यू. आप सुनना चाहेंगे? आई एम अ फैन ऑफ योर्स, मैं आपका बहुत बड़ा फैन हूं, लेकिन एक छोटा सा सजेशन है. सचिन वॉज अ पर्सन एंड इज अ पर्सन ऑफ सच अ बिग हार्ट, a real gentleman, and that is why he's called not just god of cricket for his talents, for his on the field and off the field attitudes and behaviors as well. Not a single controversy as a celebrity in his life. Sachin ji ne kaha, boliye, and he said, sir, the elbow gear that you are wearing, maybe it is obstructing you the full swing of the bat when you want to hook a ball. सचिन सोचने लगे. सचिन ने बोला, यार बात तो इसकी सही लगती है. इमीडिएटली सचिन ने उनको कहा कि आई थिंक यू आर राइट. दूसरा शब्द बोले, जबरदस्त बोले सचिन, आई थिंक यू आर 100% राइट. लेट मी चेक फॉर माई सेल्फ टुमारो मॉर्निंग. सुबह तो नेट्स पे जाते हैं प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट डे उन्होंने बोला कि मुझे थोड़ी शॉर्ट पिच डिलीवरीज पहले डालो ताकि आई वांट टू हुक एंड चेक वेदर माय एल्बो गियर इज ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिंग माय फुल स्विंग ऑफ द बैट. And he could check it that I can swing the bat to throw the ball through square leg, even through fine leg, but through deep fine leg, पीछे अगर भेजना है तो my elbow guard is obstructing the full movement of my hand and the bat. And he changed the gear, the batting gear, that is the elbow guard, on the advice of the waiter of a hotel. What I want to prove by this point? Even a good suggestion from your class 4 employee can enable you to last long until glory. So ये मत समझना कि जो कोट पहनने वाले होते हैं, टाई पहनने वाले होते हैं, उनको ही बड़े अच्छे विचार आते हैं. You read the book, The 100 Great Ideas That Changed the Course of History. Out of them, 77 ideas have come from class 3 and class 4 people. So don't tell yourself, because I am an MBA, I can enable myself to last long. Okay? सचिन जी के ये प्रसंग से गुडनेस की एक तीसरी बात है. पहली बात क्या थी? गुडनेस थी, ब्रिंग आउट द गुडनेस फ्रॉम यू. दूसरी बात क्या थी? अप्रिशिएट द गुडनेस. एंड थर्ड बात ये है गुडनेस की कि व्हेन even a person who is of no caliber to you in standing has a couple of words for you, listen emphatically. ये शब्द स्टीफन कॉवी ने 7 Habits of Highly Effective People में लिखे हैं. Not just listen to answer, listen to understand. ये goodness रहेगी. You will get people to tell you, to advise you, to share ideas, to make you, your organization, enable to last long and last to glory. Thank you very much, and all my prayers for all of you.
Spellbounding. Really lovely. Please stay on stage, Swamiji. The President of the BMPA, Mr. Amit Shah. The ITC representative and the Koenig & Bauer representative, please come up on stage. We can honor Swamiji with a shawl and thank him for taking time out of his busy schedule. A big round. Do you want to go up on stage? Rakesh, aye. A big round of applause, please. Once again, thank you very much, sir, for taking out so much time for us.
I was more happy to come here, really delighted to come here, because for us, the 2 letters that I have written is heavenly. You say PS23, that is Sprint Summit 23. For us, PS is Pramukh Swami.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.